A lot of people ask me, how do you avoid narcissists and toxic people? And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. One of the best ways to avoid or cut off access to narcissists and toxic people is to, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time they unnecessarily rage out on you for something minor, leave them alone. The first time they decide to put their hands on you, or throw something at you, or punch a hole in the wall, or throw something in the air, or scream at you in your face, leave them alone. Maya Angelou said that, y'all. She said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Everybody doesn't deserve a second, third, fourth, 15th chance, y'all. Some people are praying for you, and some people are preying on you. Everybody doesn't deserve a second chance, especially those people that are preying on you. They are preying on the fact that you're super empathetic and super forgiving and super kind. So the first time one of these pops up into your life or your relationship dynamic, leave them alone. Access to you is earned.
You know what you shouldn't have to deal with? A grown-ass human being acting like a child, aka a narcissist. I mean, really, when they don't get their way, the solution is for them to give you the silent treatment? I'm not talking to you. Are you 5? Or throwing a temper tantrum when they're upset? Me angry. Did you just start pre-K and your friend wouldn't share the blocks? Or trying to turn your friends against you because they don't want you to have anybody else? She's ugly and mean and you shouldn't be friends with her. Start seeing them for exactly how basic they are.
The narcissist wants you to believe that they could replace you like that. If they could, why are they still peeking in your window trying to see what you're doing? Why are they trying to turn everybody they meet into you? Let me tell you something. You are unique and you are amazing. And no matter what they do, that shit's going to hit different.
A narcissist will ghost you after they get what they want, only reaching back out when they think they can use you again. This works best with side supply or people that they don't deal with on a regular basis, because ghosting is a tool to maintain a one-sided relationship. So of course they disappeared after they borrowed money. They had no intentions of paying you back. Of course they went radio silent after they had sex with you. They only planned on using you for your body, and ghosting helps them stick to that plan. But when you know, and they know you know, they'll cut you off completely, because now you're too hard to manipulate. Now they have to reciprocate and respect you like a human being in order to get what they want. And toxic people ain't got time for that. They'd rather cut you loose. But in that scenario, you're winning, because the trash just took itself out. But still, y'all be careful out there, because these narcs out here knocking. Until next time, peace.
What does it mean when a narcissist does not hoover after discarding you? Well, it means that they understood you are too difficult to be controlled, used, or mistreated, and realized you are not going to put up with their shit. They are aware of your change just as you are aware of their lack of change. You should be proud of yourself if they did not hoover, because they didn't see a chance. Remember, not hoovering does not mean they have found someone else. It just means they can't fool you anymore. Do you agree? Drop a yes in the comments below and make sure to follow for more insights on narcissism like this.
So if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person and they start doing stuff like this, walk around the house singing and whistling, it could be a sign that some narcissistic or some toxic rage is coming. Of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. So my wife said that I used to hum right before I got really, really angry. And I never knew that I was humming. You know, because I would kind of dissociate and kind of log out of my mind and things like that. And it feels like something else would take over. And I would just be raging out, screaming, yelling, all kind of obscenities and things of that nature right there. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person that starts doing stuff like this, it could be a sign that something is coming. Maybe rage, maybe anger, maybe the silent treatment. They're just actively ignoring you or something like that. It could mean nothing, but sometimes it means that something seriously is coming. And typically it's going to be some kind of anger or rage at something that you have done, and you might not know what you've done wrong. And typically that narcissistic person isn't going to tell you what you have done wrong. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person and they start doing stuff like this, walk around the house,
This is where we fight! Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
Man, I dropped the ball on that. What's going on, y'all? Hey, hail the chat. What is up? Cat 44, you guys are up too late. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hail, brother. What's up, Tillian? Yeah, man, good to see you too, my man. God, please, if you are a mod and you have a channel, please feel free to put it in the chat. What's up, Brutal? Got a chance to meet Brutal Morningwood. God, a while ago. It's a stream that's back there. It was really bad. We were in a public, we were in a park. There was a lot of like families around, and I think we scared them. I don't know. you got to go check it out, man. He's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, much better, sir. Dude, you too, my man. What's up, Steven Saucito? Dude, woo, what's up, brother? Please, guys, make sure to Brutal, if you can grab links since you're out there, if you can grab links and throw them out there for the channels that are in the chat, please do that. I appreciate you if you can. Any other mods if you can. If anybody else wants to be a mod, help me out, let me know. How you guys doing tonight? Man, appreciate you. Appreciate people in the chat. Appreciate people lurking. What is up? Just wanted to go live. I want to go live because things are going really well in life. Things are coming together. Writing on this book, guys, it is very important if you know. If you know what you need to do in life, whatever it is, whatever steps you need to take to move forward, however it is you need to progress, don't let anything hold you back. No bullshit, no excuses, nobody else. Don't let nobody hold you back. Get the things done that you need to get done. You'll feel better. Everything in your life just starts to improve. You feel better about yourself. You feel better about the people around you and the people that you support, people that look up to you, whether it's your kids or your family, your friends. You never know. You never know who is inspired by some foolish act of bravery that you perform, or it's a chance that you take to succeed, whether you do or not. That means something to people. We're all connected to one another. We all influence each other. So get the shit done that you need to get done. Don't let nothing hold you back. Are there things in your way? Sure, probably. The hurdles you got to overcome? Yeah. You got to fix certain problems in order to get to that end game? Yeah, but just get it done. You will begin to feel better. Your soul, your mind, your body, it'll all come together and start clicking. Things will move in the right direction. And keeping your headspace, that's very important too. Keep thinking positive, but we all got the dark spots in us, and most of us do, and we can go there. We can go into depression. We can go into not feeling good about ourselves. We can do that, but that drags you down entirely. Sometimes we need a respite and recover. Yeah, get some sleep, but keep your vibrations high, keep your mind positive. I'm telling you, it changes everything. It is the most powerful form of magic that I've ever discovered. What is up, Rugo? Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Channel member, thank you so much. Got a channel member stream coming up on Saturday. I had gone into finishing the Fandom Menace Volume 2 with the idea that I'm just going to concentrate on that and get that done. But as I'm working on it and doing research and looking over old videos and gathering quotes from people that I've talked to, it just reminds me how important it is for us to have our voices heard, for us to have our opinions heard, for us to be a shining light for other people. And it really only matters. The positivity, in my opinion, only really matters as far as what we give or what personalities give. Everybody, too. Y'all in the chat. Y'all are fans. That's where I started. Remember, I used to do that long ass thing, born in the chats, because I was just like, it was just one of you guys. And then I decided to make a channel like some of y'all. Here we go. Steven, there you go. Good, man. Sub to Steven Saucito, man. Support independent creators. That is so very important. Hail you, dude. Good to see you. What is up, Parrot Head, the tree story? And hail, brother. Good to see you, man. Thank you very much. I enjoy being a part of the Parrot Head Network. And the pictures that you show me, that one, the Thailand chick, that man, come on now. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, brother. Keep it real. Keep it real. Hail. Look at everybody hailing each other, guys. Please feel free, if you're a mod, to share a link to your channel or that of another person in the chat. Guys, check out Bird of Prey 5. I've known Bird of Prey in the chats for years now. What was him, Doomcock's chat and other chats. And I was just cruising through. I had subbed to him at some point, but there's so many different channels that it's hard to keep track of everybody. And I found his show. If you like Star Trek, please check out Bird of Prey 5. It's a real fan. Good discussion. Good people. Great people in the chat. People I saw over there that I hadn't seen in a minute, like Jedi Bill. Hail to Jedi Bill. One of these days, I'm going to have a few beers and I'm going to come drink on your channel, on one of your streams. I promise. The author will sing. I promise. Because I'm actually pretty good at it. You guys, Jedi Bill, when he hit 1,000, was proud of him. Never stopped. Look at Pop Culture Minefield out there blowing up. I don't really know those cats, but they're blowing up. Hail to them. Hail to a lot of people in the community that have blown up. And they grind. Every single one of those people have grind. Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, grinding. He is always grinding, doing what he has to do. He's made mistakes along the way, and he's learned from them and recovered. And he just keeps climbing, man. Hail to him. Hail to Cotton Connection. To so many people that I've known throughout my time. The Dark Council. I remember the Dark Council first. I remember there was 5 black guys in a drunk. Y'all remember that? And look how far that they've come. Look how far that the drunks come. How far Ryan's come. Jesus. There are people that have tripped up and have kept going. Zod's out there still growing. Mary Mayhem's out there growing. It's beautiful to see. Everyone else's success is our success. Everyone's else's success. If you're a YouTuber, dude, everyone, just like those of you who aren't YouTubers, the people around you that you place around you. It's all about to keeping your eye on the prize, staying positive, doing what you do in order to get things done and believing in yourself. All of those people believe in themselves. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who fail. People who fail, they don't believe in themselves, so they feed on others and they try and destroy others. They try and live off other people's reputations, or they try to take from the strong. They're not trying to be strong themselves. There's a difference between people who are struggling to rise up in a group and you're helping someone, or you honestly need help from someone. They're giving it to you because they know you're trying to improve. That's completely different. But the most important thing that we've seen for people like Gary, Geeks and Gamers, Midnight's Edge, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, all right, I'm not just like fucking blowing smoke up anybody's ass. These people are my friends. I consider them friends. They all have done the grind. They've all just worked and worked and worked. Ryan Cannell, I remember when Ryan didn't even have 100 subs. I remember we were pushing to get him his first 100 subs. And look at him now, because he continued to grind. And then once he had more time to focus on it, do you see how his channel blew up? It's incredible. Doomcock. I remember when Doomcock was less than 1,000. People give him shit. Well, you know what? I fucking love Doomcock. I love him. I love being in that chat. That man got me over 1,000. And loyalty fucking means something to me. And he ain't never been wrong to me. And look how far, I'm so proud of how far he's grown. These people my friends, never be jealous of another person's success. Something that Scott and I talked about a long time early on. Never be jealous of somebody else's success. You can't do that. Everyone else's success around us is our success. I remember when TR4 started, it was me, Scotty, Lorena, and Jane. And look where they've gone. Jane's blowing up. Jane's great. Lorena's on the Dark Council. We were the pre-show for the Dark Council, and Lorena's on the Dark Council now. God's blessed. YouTube deleted my emoji comment. Well, what did you say? What's up, Rugo? So I'm off to work. Emma, have a great day. Thank you very much for stopping by. I normally don't stream this late, but I was writing until I passed out, and I just woke up in the middle of the night. Love you, brother. Never be jealous of another person's success. Always surround yourself with successful people, and the people that give help to, make sure they deserve it. Make sure they deserve it. Some late lessons in the author's life, but he's learned them. Make sure that they earn it. Somebody screws up consistently, that means that they're going to keep screwing up. There's nothing you can do for them. And I say that understanding for both ends of that. Man. Hail to everybody out there. Please make sure to smash the like button, share out the link. I feel strong again. I'm feeling my own strength again. Not that fake strength that you initially have when you get over something. You're like, all right, I got to push through this. I got to get past this. I don't like the term "fake it till you make it," but it's like that. And then you get to a point where you finally feel your strength again, and you start to know who you are. I did that because I started doing the things I needed to do. Concentrating on work, concentrating on building my business, concentrating on me, concentrating on my son, concentrating on my home, my family, my headspace, working on this book, reaching out to people again that I haven't talked to in a while because I got isolated from all my friends. This has helped. If you've ever gone down in a situation and been through something like that, That's how you do it, man. Sometimes in order to find yourself, you have to talk to your closest friends. Yeah, so does anybody want their tarot read? Because that's pretty much just fine. This is just having fun in the middle of the night, having a little bit of positivity talk. Volume 2 is going strong. Yes, I'll talk about that. Yes. So I have scrapped, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have scrapped most of that manuscript twice so far. There was a little bit of time when I wasn't working on it because all my energy and attention was going into a hopeless situation, and I just everything went on hold. But now that I'm working on it again, I've read through it and I'm doing a lot of editing. I'm also adding a lot of the not a lot, but some of the interviews that I had done, and also gathering quotes. I want to make sure I could get at least one snapshot of all the various different types of circles that kind of came up. I can't get every single one of them, but all the ones that really represented, especially in those first 2 years of Fandom Menace, every type of voice. You know, whether you were agree, disagree, whether you were nonchalant, whether you were aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. You know? The Fandom Menace Volume 2 it's the rise of the rebellion, right? It's the rise of the rebellion. Is when people said that they had enough about what was going on in our entertainments. It was about the recognition that there were people in Hollywood, comics industry. I mean, comics no different. Comicsgate was going strong before Fandom Menace even came up. They were calling that shit out. Gamergate had called that shit out. So it was along those veins of things, especially being connected to Ethan. It became a revolution of voices for us, the nerds. Let me put this down so I don't look like you're gonna give me short jokes. It was a recognition that politics had become so engrossed in static inside our entertainment complexes that everything that was being produced was basically propaganda. Even if it wasn't actively like I am producing propaganda, it was a person, a blue-haired weirdo, or some strange communist leftist. Sorry, I have to get a little political on this because politics is involved. And it was influencing, whether just putting a character in or making a change or something that they wanted to identify with. And this comes from people who, oddly enough, the author's been preaching about for years, and then duped by one. People who do not build on themselves, they build their identity on others, on other things. It's all projection. And if something doesn't identify with what they believe that their fantasy world, or their projection of the world to be, then they make it happen. They'll cry, they'll whine, they'll bitch, they'll dox, they'll lie, they'll manipulate, they'll do whatever they have to do. And then it gets to a point where this angry person, these groups of angry people that have not done any inner work on themselves, they have never healed their inner child, never went through what they needed to go through in order to progress emotionally as a human being. They all collectively come together and bully. The adults got tired of it. The nerds were the adults. Geek culture, all right, man. We have our assholes. Every group has their dicks. Every group has people that are fake. Every group has, it's whatever. There's all different types. But the mainstay of geek culture, who we were, we have analytic minds, some scientific or mechanical minds. We are intelligent people. We enjoy science fiction because it brings us a whole new world of imagination, new aspects of looking at things. We're also all creative, or at least we understand what creatively is being said to us, sometimes on various levels. These things mean something to us, to our culture, to who we are now. It is a part of our fabric. There are terms that exist that some people don't even know came from Doctor Who or something, some other genre, something somewhere else, because it became beloved by such a group of people, became a part of their lives, that it became a culture unto itself. And all of these different fandoms, all of these different pockets of nerds were all getting assaulted at the same time by these leftists in Hollywood, politicians patting them on the back. Everybody's trying to kiss each other's ass. Everybody's hollow. Or, they're a person who is just a highly skilled, manipulative, powerful narcissist, whatever, megalomaniacs. It was enough. Enough was enough. And so you had Gary switch from when I first started watching him, he was reviewing shows every week. Like every single week was just You know, almost every day was a different. She was doing different shows, and then it became what it is now. Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, Geeks and Gamers. Y'all remember Jeremy? I think he still got the video up before, like, before February 2018. Like, he's stuffy. He's very stuffy. He's very controlled and stuffy, and he's not himself. And then as soon as we saw Griggs become himself, what happened? What had that personality? And he learned to control it. You know, he got a little wrecked, but then he caught it quick enough. Look where he took Geeks and Gamers. I wanted to do that with Rogue. I didn't want Rogue to be Geeks and Gamers, but I wanted to do that with Rogue, and I still will. More can trust and believe. Midnight's Edge. Remember, they were just small. The June Cock, everybody. You know, Jessie, who was one of my favorites. Jessie Johnstone growing up. Not only is she a Philly girl, growing up in TFM. Not only is she a Philly girl, but I took part of that boisterous. I'm going to speak out. Right, use that Philly attitude. I'm going to let somebody know. She lets you know, right, wrong, or indifferent, and I'm the same way. I'll let you know, right, wrong, or indifferent. So that became a part of my personality here. Oh, look at all these cool people in the chat. Yeah, I pay attention to the chat. Scott always telling me that. What is up, Hail Sentinel? How are you doing, dude? Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you. There's another person seeing you in the chat forever. Keck44, Steven Saucedo, Rugo has been a channel member forever. Parrothead. I remember when Parrothead came in and just people have a brutal morning wood and just made us feel good, man. Just Tillium, Hail, dude. Always people in the chats that I've seen for years. We all built this. We all built this. And even like the time when Matt Jorbo was sucking off of it, like him too. He's a Gamergate cat. You think what you want about Jarbo, but he's been around forever. That man's got staying power. Max has been out there. Max tried to be a part of it, and then he was like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like this way of looking. And then he just went to the route that he went. He may not agree with it, but he's a part of this. So it's people like Lethal Lightning who never took the TFM tag. People like Ryan Cannell, never TFM. They're all. Everybody in the chat, all y'all in the chat. Everyone's been a part of this thing that went from a backlash against politics being used in our entertainments into this beautiful fucking menagerie of dissenting voices and different opinions and different lords. Stig's out there constantly fighting. This is what it is, and he's fair about it. Stig's fair about it. Yeah, the movies are this, the books are this, something's this, but what it is, and if he loves it, he's gonna fight for it. There's a lot of us out there just fighting for our modern myths. We all do it in different ways. We have different feelings, and it's like dealing with it's a very emotional thing, guys. That's why a lot of people have just gone wrecked sometimes, or may have gone too far, in your opinion. It's an emotional thing for those of us who really do love. I really love Star Trek. I love Star Wars less than Star Trek. I love those things. Love Babylon 5. They mean something to me. So it's always been emotional. Some of us are going to go through different ebbs and flows. Some of us decided, all right, I'm going to accept a certain amount of Disney Star Wars content. We have to accept that. Got to accept that. People have had to keep talking about it because their channels were built on it, and that's how it kept going. I stopped doing that, which is why my channel stagnated. But at the heart of it, as many of these groups, and those that are coming together and doing group shows, that shit does work. With Comics Division, Hail Comics Division, I love that dude. And all these people have not only built up because they're doing shows together. They've built up because they're all personalities who are trying to succeed for themselves. Not in a way that's different from everyone else around them. It's a recognition between people that are trying to grow, trying to get things done, trying to improve their channel. You can't hate on that. You can't hate on somebody who puts out look. DC was on point with them rumors at first, wasn't he? He was on point. And a few of them were wrong. And he bet on the long game and lost. But he's still around because he has staying power. He believes in himself. And that chat loves one another. Ain't nothing like Boomtox chat. Gary's been the realist. Gary has been the realest of the real. The realest of the real. He is proof that if you keep it real, be sound, and make the right decisions, you can succeed any height. This book is more than just the people who are in TFM. They're going to get the spotlight, yes. The chapters are written mostly about them, yes, but I'm also going to have other people involved, other people in this book. I've never been Fandom Menace, but have been a part of this thing that we've become. Because now there's a culture out there of people help one another, looking out for one another. Look at the people that came up in the last year. Look at Maria T and Sylvie. Goddess bless Maria, who is probably one of the most beautiful souls around. Real beautiful soul around. She's going to skyrocket like Gary did. EJ, Orville Nation. There's just people I want to talk to. Vinny Art, not TFM. I've got him talking about independent comics, so that's a very important thing. I had a chapter about indie comics in the first book. We're going to have another one about this book because that's very important too. No matter what anybody says, you've got to give credit to Comicsgate for having an influence on what the Fandom Menace was, which I think is why it had this kind of like brother versus brother feeling the entire time. Nobody wanted to admit that. So yes, Volume 2 is coming along. And it's going to be done right. It has to be done right. People have waited too long. This has meant too much to me. I treated it like I didn't care for a moment because I care more about something else. So it has to be done with love, correctly, with respect to everybody. Because all of us, nobody wants to read a book about the grievances between fucking YouTubers. Nobody wants to read that shit. You want that? Go to a website. It's going to be about what happened, who did what, and how they came up, and how they rose together, and what you can do, the effect that a small group of people can have. If they believe in themselves, they believe in what they're saying, and they believe, and they just speak. You just speak their mind. Look at everything that's grown from that. We have affected the entertainment industry. We have affected entertainment news, mainstream. They scared. They're like shit. And it's just going to keep growing. It doesn't matter if it has a Fandom Menace name on it. It doesn't matter if anybody has fuck that. Labels don't matter. We continue the culture of helping one another, rising together and working with each other, and you're going to get as far as you'd ever want to get. And in the end, it really is for something good. At least it will be before the balance shifts completely. You know, life is a pendulum. But during that time, I hope that people will be held accountable for the reckless shit that they say, the dumb shit that they say, called out for it, for the obvious misrepresentations of different types of people, trying to create hate and mock racery and sexism between people, trying to divide people and keep them distracted. That shit ain't working no more. You fuck with some nerds. Us nerds got emotional for a few years. Yeah, sometimes we got wrecked with one another, but you got a bunch of alpha motherfuckers around here. And that shit's going to happen. But what happened in the end? Who's still around? Who's still being affected by those voices, those initial voices, and everyone that came after? The industry. Far left idiots. They're writing pieces. Oh, people can't stand the success of Lord of the Rings TV show and She-Hulk. It was like Keyboard Warriors. It was on Twitter earlier. I saw it. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, you are so scared. People who bullshit, that's the first thing they do. Oh my God, they're afraid, or they're hateful, or they're bigots, or they're whatever the fuck it is. You know, just project that shit. Project that shit. It doesn't matter. We're winning. Hell. And keep striving, y'all. Keep working on your channels. Keep building your channels. Keep supporting one another. And those of you in the chat that don't have channels, you can talk on social media with one another. Keep supporting each other. Be positive, because as you progress, you bring other people up around with you. And that shouldn't be the goal of your progression. Your progression is to work on yourself. Be a better person. It will just trickle down. It'll just trickle down. Here we go. Steven says, and here we are, the Fandom several years into this huge fight back. We're winning. We have a long way to go. We are at the dawn of fate. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what I've also liked? Well, I've tried to maintain, like in our culture, in the Fandom culture, is Everybody has the right to a voice. Like we have to maintain that. The whole reason that we began is because we were wrong, because we were racist, sexist white men 40-year-old white men afraid of women living in their mother's basements and all that. Oh my God, it's in the book. and just lies and projection by people who are hateful, fearful, and project their own emptiness and self-hate on others. Everyone has to have the right to an opinion. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? No matter what you're doing, whether you open airlock policy out there, Raging Rhino, who else? To Stephanie Janisic, there's a lot of people out there that are unspoken about how they feel and what they love, and that we need to support that. We actually have to support that. Good night, morning, all. Yeah, is it really like that? It's only 5 a.m. Did y'all get your coffee? A lot of people went to sleep. Hail to you. All right, let's see. Parrot head with the dongs in the trees. You know how long I've tried to escape that? Y'all just won't let me. And I know that I can't do anything about it, right? I'm stuck. I'm completely paralyzed by this. If I laugh at it, because it is funny. When I laugh at it, I keep you going. And when I say I hate that, I keep you going. You are all you're a bag of bastards out there. Sentinel, there are some infamous YouTuber legends for sure. Absolutely, yes, infamous, dude. And either way, it works, right? Like Howard Stern, people loved him, people hated him. It works. If it works, it works. If it works, it works. We all know you put out for trees. I ain't putting out for nothing. Keeping that to myself for a while. Always with the trees. See what I mean? This dick. This is love. This is, strangely enough, this is love. Yeah. Oh, I already went through that. I'm sorry, guys. Nice to see you stream. Hey, Keck, nice to see you streaming, hoes. Yeah. I hear you. Hail the Menace, man. Yeah, I love that little period in time. I love that specific period in time in my life. Anybody want tarot read? Anybody want the cards read? I'll do some cards before I get off. It's only been on for like a half hour, but it's kind of impromptu stream. Just wanted to show you guys some love. Look at that. Do you like the wall? Do you like how I restructured it? In my face. Fandom Menace Volume 1, in my face. Every day. Reminded me. I need to get world class up here. I love what they're doing. Both Busters is badass. Look at Bonds. These two. Power couple. Vinny is the realest of the real, y'all. Don't share links to his channel. Man, when we got him monetized, I was so proud. Chris Fisk. His books are banging. Books are absolutely banging. Let's see. Yeah, Dawn of Fate, Terminator reference, but it makes sense. Yeah, right? Hail, Steven. I didn't catch it. My bad. I did not catch that. My bad. Yeah, man. So I had a good time. It's late as shit. Everybody's going to sleep anyway. Thank you guys so much for being here. Just wanted to get on, and I as I'm writing through this book, as I'm feeling my, one of the things that got me as far as I did was projection of ego. That's going to come back because it has to. That's just my channel. But if you guys are interested on conversations like this, where I'm just being as real as possible and talking about whatever I talk about, and a little more personal, then please become a channel member. And we're going to have another one of those on Saturday, guys. We'll give you an update on everything and keep it real and keep it level. So, but I'm going to let you know what's going on. And after that, going to have Real Talk Part 2. Don't let nobody steal your shine. And we're just going to have some fun. We're just going to laugh at these fools. We're going to laugh at these idiot leftists. We're going to laugh at anyone who's just being dumb. And learn from it. Learn from other people's mistakes. Guys, much love to y'all. Be good to each other and suffer no fools.